Okay, and I think it's quite interesting, isn't it, on a lovely sort of spring day in London that we're worrying about drainage, but we've had a pretty rotten sort of 18 months where our drainage assets have really been tested quite severely, and you know, what we've seen is a lot of flooding on our road networks and difficulties in managing those problems. So it's really important that we have an awareness of how we invest in drainage assets. And in that context, also just to mention, it's quite an interesting week in local government because many of us have got local elections. So in a day or two, we may have new administrations, and again, it's important that we talk to our members about investing in our highway infrastructure. Okay, people on the webinar won't be able to see this, but how many of you in the room are aware of HMEP? Just put your hands up. Or perhaps I should ask the other question: how many aren't? Okay, well, I've got a few slides just to tune you into HMEP, so apologies for those that are, but I think it's important you understand the context of what HMEP is about. And this is a government-funded programme. The department have been given £6 million in the last spending review to promote efficiencies in the sector. And the important thing about this is this goes beyond the sort of Gershon efficiencies, the things that we've already done, in looking at new ways of working. And the general view within the sector is that the highway industry is still quite traditional in many ways, and there's a lot of good practice out there. And what HMEP is trying to do is to capture that good practice, and particularly in relation to the things we talk about drainage today, and share that and make that more widely available. But the important thing is, as with the audience today, it is a sector-wide initiative. So we're working very closely with organisations like the HTMA, who represent the Tier 1 contractors in our industry, but also the supply chain. So this isn't just coming from the public sector, local authorities, it is a joint initiative. It's relevant now, and unfortunately it's going to be relevant for probably another 5 to 10 years, because like it or not, we're in a period of austerity, and we don't have as much money as we'd like, and it's really difficult for local highway authorities to hang on to the money they've got anyway. So it's really important that we use best use of those resources, and we do things in the most efficient way, recognising that we are going to be facing cuts, but if they can be negated by more efficient working, then surely that's beholden on us to do so. And there are some real challenges out there. Some of the local authorities are having their budgets, certainly in revenue terms, cut between 20 and 30%. Recognising also, and I think this is really important as we're coming into another spending review round, about the importance of roads to the economy of the country. And lots of money going in rail at the moment, which is all very nice, but actually 95% of goods and services in this country go around our road network, and it's important that government recognise that. And it's not just about the motorways and trunk roads, they're very important, but they're underpinned by our local road networks. So investment in roads is important for the economy. The overall ethos of HMEP is around trying to help support local authorities around a range of tools and products, but also coming in at a strategic level. We're offering a process called strategic review, where we can look at a peer review process with councils, trying to capture best practice and make it more widely available through things like a knowledge hub, and then looking at, as I said, about tools and guidance, and today we're talking about one of those particular ones. The key themes are around these 4 areas, sort of fundamental to delivering a highway service, but recognising there are 150 different councils delivering highway services. That's not good economically, managerially, and if we can get authorities to collaborate, and there's some cracking examples where that's already happening, those councils will save money. Procurement, contracting standardisation, madness out there that everybody's doing different contracts, different specifications, again, getting standardisation there and getting good benchmarking information. But today is about asset management, and asset management is absolutely crucial in terms of the overall best use of resources that we have. Here's a list of the products. Again, in the flyer you have in your pack, you've got some more information there, and if you're interested in any of the other products, please come back to the address on that form. So what are we doing on asset management? Well, the first thing we did was run the pothole review, which was looking at the problem of potholes. This was a year ago, and lo and behold, what do we have more of this time round? And those authorities that have really taken on board some of the principles of this are making a better fist of managing that problem, moving away from worst first, fixing right first time, getting better transparency in the way they manage the road networks. This toolkit as well, these are all available, are downloaded from the website. and this is, I'm really pleased with the traction that this is getting. So around deterioration modelling, a lot of highway authorities sit on good asset data, condition data, but they don't apply it. Here's a product that's simple to use, available freely, and will help you, because if you don't know how your network's deteriorating, then how are you going to make the good investment decisions? And then finally today is about this document, and the background to this was around quite a lot of money that DFT put into asset management about 4 years ago, and there was a lot of good practice, and today you'll hear about that good practice, and we tried to capture it in the document. And Will Rogers will be talking a bit more about how the document's structured and the background to that. Finally, I was very pleased, only last Friday in this very room, the UKRG signed off this new infrastructure asset management guidance. So bear in mind the current guidance was developed back in 2004. It's seriously out of date, and therefore, sorry, these slides are moving on. It's very important that we have up-to-date guidance for you, and we are looking to underpin this with some training. This will be launched mid next month in May at the Surveyor Conference, so something else for you to look out for. So that's enough from me.